Hello, coolers. Welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona. In this episode, we are discussing the latest as usual. We start with this report claiming that Barcelona are pursuing signing of 7 players in the summer. Transfer targets have been revealed. We are going to be looking at that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about this report claiming that manager Xavi prefers Bernardo Silva over Frenkie de Jong at Barcelona. This is according to a report from Mundo Deportivo. We are going to be discussing much on that as well. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you're very welcome. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Give the video a like, share with your friends if they haven't come across this channel. Make sure to also watch the video right up to the very end. Barcelona will be very active in the upcoming transfer window, and the same was proven months before it even officially opened. The signings of Frenkie and Andres Christensen are an open secret at this point, but their activity will not end there by any means. The Barcelona Assembly of Members approved the sale of 49% of BLM and 25% of their television rights, which is expected to bring in a mega sum of nearly 500 million euros. With a cash influx in the coming weeks, fans will have their fingers crossed for a few presentations. According to Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona have 7 more players on their agenda for the transfer window. Namely, these are Robert Lewandowski, Jules Koundé, Cesar Azpilicueta, Marcos Alonso, Bernardo Silva, and Rafinha. Let's talk about Lewandowski. Bayern Munich star striker Lewandowski is unquestionably Barca's priority numero uno for the summer. He has been on their radar for a few weeks now, with the striker pushing for an exit from the Bundesliga champions. He is expected to cost anywhere upwards of 40 million euros and will get a 2 plus 1 year contract for Barca. Barca will pursue his signing before anyone else's. Then talking about Jules Koundé, Sevilla's Koundé is Xavi's pick at the second centre-back signing for the summer, but is an expensive asset. He has the likes of Chelsea trailing him, with a price tag set at anywhere between 60 to 80 million euros. There was little to no way Barca could have gone after his signature before yesterday, but the sale of their assets certainly changes the dynamics. Then talking about Azpilicueta, 10 years since joining Chelsea, Azpilicueta is expected to leave the Blues this summer with his eyes set on the sunny skies of Catalonia. While he was initially expected to join for free, he will likely cost 5 million euros since his automatic renewal has been triggered. Then talking about another Chelsea player, Alonso, Barca are targeting Alonso as backup to Jordi Alba as at left back, and of course he could end up becoming the third Chelsea player they bring this summer. The Spaniard is pushing for a transfer to La Liga, but any details regarding his potential transfer fee or salary are unknown. Then talking about Bernardo Silva was inarguably one of the best players in the Premier League through the 2021-22 season and has a mega price tag stuck to his back. However, with Frenkie de Jong strongly rumored with a switch to Manchester United, they could acquire the necessary funds for a move. Xavi is said to be fond of the player and believes that he would make for an incredible partner alongside Pedri and Sergio Busquets. Then lastly, talking about Rafinha of Leeds United, with Ousmane Dembele likely to leave Barcelona on a free transfer at the end of June, Xavi has chosen Leeds United Rafinha as his replacement on the right wing. It would certainly have been easier to bring him in had Leeds United relegated, but since that is no longer the case, the Brazilian might end up costing nearly 60 to 65 million euros. Barcelona have the salary and roster space, but do they have enough room in the transfer budget? We will know soon enough. Then on to the next story of discussion. As it stands, Barcelona have 5 central midfielders on their roster, including Ricky Puig, who is expected to leave. Even without him, the club is expected to bring in Frenkie as an extra cog in that midfield. Xavi was rather clear about his midfield choices through last season. While Nico Gonzalez got some chances here and there, the Spaniard was leaning towards the trio of Pedri, Busquets and Frenkie de Jong, with Xavi serving as the first choice backup. With as many excellent options present in midfield, it is no surprise that one of the stars, De Jong, has been linked with an exit. Manchester United seem to be head over tails for the Dutchman and have had one bid amounting to 80 million euros, including add-on, rejected by Barca. Should he be sold, Barcelona are expected to move for Manchester City's Bernardo Silva, who has a price tag of nearly 90 million euros. Xavi was never said to be uncomfortable with the departure of the young in the summer, but reports from Mundo Deportivo suggest the coach in fact prefers Bernardo Silva over the former Ajax midfielder. He wants to sign the midfielder who is technically gifted as Pedri, while the young offers an immensely gifted skill set. His profile is not quite what Xavi is looking for. After the approval of the economic levers last night, that is the sale of 49.9% of BLM and 25% of television rights, the Young's exit is not a necessity, contrary to what was previously thought of. However, if Barcelona want to sign Bernardo Silva, they will have to offload the Dutchman. The coaching staff wants to have their squad ready, including new signings, before the preseason kicks off in the USA, and as such, the next few weeks are set to be crucial for Barcelona fans. After the result of the assembly, the very important assembly that took place yesterday, where it was approved that Barca will sell those two huge assets, it is imperative that one might think, but the Young won't be sold again, because we all know that the reason why the Young was being linked to United, or why Barca were open for a sale of Frenkie de Jong, was their desperate financial need. Of course, they were desperate to bring in something that will help them in the transfer market. But now that Barca have finalized they've voted to sell the BLM and the TV rights, the big question is, will Barca still be open for Frenkie de Jong? Because I expect Barca to close the doors for Frenkie de Jong. I expect Barca to tell United that we don't need you again. We don't need that. We don't need your money. Whatever, whatever. But I don't know if that will be the case, because now we're getting reports of Xavi preferring Bernardo Silva to come. And of course, we know that if Bernardo Silva had come to Barca, then Frenkie de Jong will be leaving, because we can't keep those two midfielders in the same team. Of course, Barca already have a stock of midfield, many midfielders already. There's tight space for competition. And let's see how it goes. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when it comes to Frenkie de Jong. If Barca are still open, or if Barca are still into negotiations with Premier League giants Manchester United over a potential sale for de Jong. Because if Barca think that the economic levers will bring them the money that they have been talking about, then it's difficult to see Barca still deciding to sell Frenkie de Jong after everything. So let's see how it goes. If Mundo Deportivo is to be believed by this report, then Xavi is still open for Barca to sell Frenkie de Jong if and only if Bernardo Silva will be affordable. So let's see how it goes. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, it's bye for now.